And just like the way he was looking at the camera, I was like, what's happening?
Justin Bieber just sold his entire music catalog for $200 million, and now his inner circle claims he's completely broke. Meanwhile, he's posting disturbing videos at 3 a.m. looking gaunt while his wife unfollows him and labels it a glitch. This isn't just another celebrity spiral, it's a complete collapse.
I don't know if he was playing new music or what, but people in the comments were like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Where's Hailey? Where's baby Jack?
Justin Bieber is crashing out harder than we've ever seen before. Just this week, he went live on Instagram at 3 a.m. looking skeletal, playing bizarre new music to fans who immediately expressed concern.
Yo, I got it. I got this one in my head. Yeah, my wrist. Yeah, ice my wrist. No, ice my wrist. Yeah, ice my wrist. Yeah, ice my wrist.
That disturbing performance led his wife Hailey to unfollow him on Instagram, something she quickly called a glitch after fans noticed. A glitch? Really? The only glitch here is the PR team scrambling to cover up what's really happening. But this isn't just about strange behavior or marriage problems. Multiple sources, including former members of Bieber's team, are now sounding the alarm that the pop star who just cashed a $200 million check for his music catalog is somehow running out of money.
He's facing a lot of different demons right now. He's making some really poor decisions lately, further impacting friendships, money, and business. The insider says people are worried about him. Now,
what kind of financial black hole does Justin have that can swallow $200 million this quickly? The kind that comes with a complete management overhaul, fired staff members, and a new religious advisor who seems to be calling all the shots. But before we get deeper into this financial disaster, let's talk about what triggered this latest meltdown. Because timing here isn't a coincidence. Justin's dramatic spiral happened to coincide perfectly with his ex Selena Gomez announcing her engagement to Benny Blanco, who, by the way, used to be one of Justin's closest collaborators.
Forget that Benny Blanco and Justin Bieber used to be best friends. So that's, the other kind of, puzzle piece. So did Selena pick Benny Blanco to get back at Justin or whatever?
For those who don't know the background, Bieber and Gomez dated on and off for nearly a decade. Their relationship was the definition of toxic, filled with drug use, public meltdowns, and enough drama to fuel an entire Netflix series.
Selena at that time was very much a partier. Very much Justin and Selena were using a lot of substances. We've heard from Scooter Braun, who Justin Bieber's manager or whatever, said that Justin used to use meth.
But their relationship came to a screeching halt in 2018 when Justin suddenly married Hailey Baldwin just months after his final breakup with Selena. And if you think that timeline sounds suspicious, wait until you hear how it actually went down.
So the story goes that Hailey told him that she was pregnant and got urine from a friend of hers who had just had a positive pregnancy test, and then had that, and showed him that she was indeed pregnant. Because they're very religious, they go ahead and they get married, but look, there's no baby later.
Yes, you heard that right. Sources claim Hailey faked a pregnancy to fast-track a wedding with Justin, who, believing he was doing the right thing, married her without a prenup. Let that sink in. But despite being married, Justin reportedly couldn't let go of Selena.
So in the immediate aftermath of him getting married and Selena having that thing, he was still contacting Selena all the time. So probably the first year of the marriage, he was always trying to contact Selena.
And now that Selena is finally truly moving on with someone from Justin's inner circle, and dropping a critically acclaimed album with songs that many believe reference their toxic past, Justin seems to be completely unraveling. The signs of trouble in the Bieber marriage are impossible to ignore at this point. Justin recently posted a photo of Hailey with Beyoncé's song Irreplaceable playing in the background. The one with the lyrics, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. Not exactly subtle. He followed that up by posting a picture with the song Jezebel playing, directly calling his wife a biblical temptress known for manipulation.
He posted a picture with her on it, like a close-up of her face on his story, and it was a song titled Jezebel that was playing, and basically implying that she was a Jezebel.
Then there's the bizarre restaurant situation.
Just the night before, Justin stepped out for a solo dinner at the same restaurant that Hailey had dinner with a pal, Kendall Jenner. However, the gal pals left right before him, leaving Justin to enjoy his meal on his own before heading to watch a movie by himself.
Let me translate that. A 31-year-old married father waited until his wife left a restaurant with her friend before going in to eat alone, then watched a movie by himself. If that doesn't scream marriage in crisis, I don't know what does. And let's not forget Justin's very public outbursts, which have become increasingly frequent and aggressive.
Get out of here. All you guys want is money. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Get out of here, bro. Okay. Get out of here. Money. That's all you care about? Money? That's all you care about, guys. It's money. You don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go. Go.
While some might justify this as normal frustration with paparazzi harassment, the frequency and intensity of these outbursts suggests something much deeper is going on. Now let's talk about the money, because this is where things get really strange. How does someone who just pocketed $200 million for his catalog, on top of his previous earnings, suddenly find himself in financial trouble? Part of the answer lies in the complete overhaul of Justin's management team. He's distanced himself from Scooter Braun, the manager who discovered him and guided his career for over a decade. He's fired advisors, unfollowed his father-in-law, and essentially burned down his previous business model.
He walks in this house with the Drew House logo and the Drew House stuff, and he's looking at his old memories of his life, and as he then drops a match on it all, boom, the house sets on fire.
But the most concerning development is Justin's apparent reliance on a new religious advisor, Pastor Judah Smith.
You have a narcissistic pastor egging on a narcissistic artist, both fueled by Jesus, running around trying to do business.
This pastor has reportedly gained tremendous sway over Bieber when it comes to major career and life decisions. And if history has taught us anything, it's that celebrities and religious advisors with business interests rarely mix well. Justin's representatives deny these financial troubles, of course.
This is just clickbait stupidity based on unnamed and clearly ill-informed sources. Disappointed that they no longer work for Justin, as Justin forges his own way forward.
But consider this. Justin cancelled his last major tour, citing health reasons. He hasn't released a new album since 2021's Justice. His clothing brand Drew House has struggled, and now he's literally burning it all down to start a new venture, all while displaying physical signs that have fans deeply concerned.
Like, his face is really drawn in. He's always been like on the smaller side.
Let's go deeper into another crucial factor in Justin's decline: the possible religious manipulation that's been happening since at least 2018. Insiders have suggested that Justin's rapid marriage to Hailey wasn't just about a supposed pregnancy scare. It was also orchestrated by religious figures around him who pushed the idea that marriage would fix his problems.
I would see Justin wanting to do the right thing because he was kind of like he started to move into a religious arc and kind of have that influence over him, and probably that pressure on him to do the right thing and to marry her and to settle down, because he's even said that he thought it would solve all his problems, but it just made him worse. It just amplified his problems.
This wouldn't be the first time Justin has been manipulated. Remember, this is someone who was essentially sold to the music industry as a child.
You have to realize that Justin's mom essentially sold him to Usher. And that's how I think wrote about it at the time, was that, because Justin Timberlake, for whatever, he didn't have the money at the time, but Justin Bieber had been on YouTube and there was a lot of clamoring for him, and Justin Timberlake said, look, I can't give you any money or whatever, but I've got this great team and we'll get a great career. And Justin's mom's like, nope, we need some money. And so she basically sold him to Usher.
From that beginning, Justin has gone from one controlling influence to another. And now, as he tries to break free from his previous management, he appears to have fallen under the influence of Pastor Judah Smith and his church home organization. This pastor is reportedly now involving himself in Justin's business decisions, pushing him away from former associates and positioning himself as the primary voice in Bieber's life. Some of Justin's erratic behavior seems tied to religious crises as well.
Justin also recently made another mental health confession after candidly opening up about his emotional struggles on social media this month. On Instagram, he uploaded a video of a jam session with other musician pals and wrote, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic."
The language of being unworthy and a fraud is classic religious shame terminology, suggesting Justin may be caught in a spiral of religious guilt amplified by those around him. What's perhaps most disturbing about Justin's situation is how he appears to be caught in a cycle of abuse that began when he was a child star and continues to this day. And sometimes, the abused becomes the abuser. One of the most shocking revelations from our research involves parties Justin allegedly hosted in his early 20s.
Justin had what was called key parties, and this was when he was living in Atlanta. And so what he would do was have a bunch of girls come, mostly 15, 16, 17. Now, Justin at this time, he's not that much older than that. He's maybe early 20s. But he would have these parties, and it would generally be like 50 girls and 4 or 5 guys. And, he would take their phones and take their keys and stuff like that, and then things would happen.
If true, this represents a disturbing pattern of exploitation that mirrors how Justin himself was exploited as a young star. The industry chews people up and spits them out, and those who survive often internalize those same toxic behaviors. This cycle extends to his relationships. From his tumultuous years with Selena to his current troubled marriage with Hailey, Justin seems unable to break free from toxic patterns.
I think he knows he did her dirty, he did her wrong, and he said before that marriage, he thought, would save him, would fix all his problems, but he said it just made them worse. It just amplified them.
We're watching in real time as Justin Bieber struggles with the cumulative trauma of child stardom, substance abuse, religious manipulation, toxic relationships, and financial exploitation. So where does this all leave Justin Bieber? With a sold catalog, a crumbling marriage, a financial situation that's reportedly unstable despite a $200 million deal, and mental health that appears to be rapidly deteriorating. Justin's recent Instagram posts speak volumes. He wrote,
"Hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. Then I remember we're all being made to think that we're not enough, but I still hate when I change myself to please people."
This reads like the cry of someone who spent their entire life molding themselves to meet the expectations of others, managers, pastors, fans, partners, and is now desperately trying to figure out who they really are. The $200 million from his catalog sale won't fix that identity crisis. No amount of money can. What Justin Bieber needs isn't another religious advisor, another business venture, or even another chance with Selena Gomez. What he needs is the space and support to finally reckon with the exploitation and manipulation he's experienced since childhood. Unfortunately, as his latest 3 a.m. Instagram livestream shows, he seems to be moving in the opposite direction. The question isn't whether Justin Bieber will crash, it's how hard the impact will be when he finally hits bottom. If you found this deep dive into Justin Bieber's situation eye-opening, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on all our celebrity truth bombs. Comment below with your thoughts on Justin's situation. Do you think he's really broke, or is something else going on here?